I am Slick Nick, the living legend of hair loss, your personal hairline hero, and of course, the red pill pusher of hair loss. And also, let's face it, I have COVID. That's a fact. This is day number 4 in real time as I'm filming this video. I definitely, absolutely have COVID, and I am powering through it because I have the mindset of someone who is red pill. Let's check out some comments. Let's see what I can make a video about. Ideally 8 minutes, because that's when YouTube really likes to put me in those suggested fields for people who've never seen my videos. And also, if you watch my videos regularly, it's definitely helping me out when you give me a like on the video. It puts me even at a higher elevated status for the suggested videos. If you're like me, if you're red pill and you're wanting to broaden our horizons, to spread that news of red pill over blue pill, over black pill, no thanks. We're all about red here. So let's check out some comments. Stinky FX, I always love Stinky FX. In real time 4 hours ago, he said this, quote, "I'm not here for the content, I just like hearing you talk." To which I responded, and I've made videos about this before. I said, I think a lot of my viewers are in your situation, like the Genesis song, Turn It On Again. After you watch this video, why don't you look that up on YouTube? The band is called Genesis, and they had a song called Turn It On Again. And the concept is, this guy was watching sitcoms. This song is like as old as I am. So he's watching these sitcoms day after day, week after week, and he starts in his mind thinking that he actually knows these people in real life as if they were his real life family or friends. He feels like he gets to know them. And I definitely acknowledge that that is quite the effect that my videos have on a lot of people. It's like show up for the hair loss, stick around for the bro science psychology. I mean, that's the concept, and it becomes addicting. It's, oh, he's wearing a different jacket today. He's making his video in front of the Christmas tree instead of his garage. It was funny, really random comment I received when I was doing one of my COVID videos the other day. Someone said, look, he's doing his video in his house. Yeah, these are always in my house, my garage, my bedroom, and now in front of the Christmas tree. Sometimes I do them in the bathroom too, you know that. Always in my house. I don't know where else I'd be doing it. All right, so I'm gonna keep scrolling down because I saw another comment that is what we're going to talk about. And it's funny too, because Stinky Cheese, not to be confused with Stinky FX, he commented on one of my first real songs that I did on this channel called Tripping on Existence. You can check that out here on my channel. But he said, Nick, your lyrics are red-pilled. Quote, hi, I don't care, thanks. I unplugged from existence, at least the version from before. I switched off the breaker. I don't care if I'm hated or even worse, ignored. So you can see, even going back a year and a half ago when I did that song, that it's all about red pill. That's how my brain works. All right, so we're getting closer to the comment that I wanted to focus on here. Here it is, Tobo S. On a video that I very recently made called Hair Loss Prediction, like Paul Rudd, will I also not be noticeably balding in my 50s. So here's his comment, quote, I know what you mean about hairstyles, Nick. When I had short hair, people told me I looked like Tom Cruise. Now I've grown it out. They say I look like Jim Morrison, end quote. So I want to talk about that and just explore that just for a minute here. So let's do the math here. We're in February. We're in December, right? I'm telling you, when you have COVID, your brain like misses some beats. It's happening. It's part of the brain fog of having COVID. I'm gonna tell you something. This is December right now. And I switched over to the pompadour undercut back in the summer. I believe it was, I wanna say June or July, when I switched over to this hairstyle. So it's pretty much been the second half of 2020 that I've had this hairstyle. In fact, after you could finally get haircuts once the whole COVID lockdown thing happened, I got one haircut and I based off of Conan O'Brien. And then after that is when my son got this hairstyle. And then I told the lady, go ahead and cut mine like that too if I can pull it off. So it's funny because I am someone who is known for not keeping the same hairstyle, but this is the most consistent hairstyle I've had. But it did take some months to get into and to kind of figure out how that worked. And I recently filmed a video, and I mean recently, like 45 minutes ago, I was in the bathroom filming a video showing how I fixed my hair. It's like a 3-minute video. But I want to do this video to really kind of acknowledge ultimately the importance of, when you have a receding hairline, you want to find that hairstyle that works best for you, working with what you got, red pill mentality. But it's not enough to have the right hairstyle, but it's also knowing the right version of it and how to fix your hair. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about ultimately what I did wrong. So if you look at when I first got the pompadour undercut, what I was doing back then is I was getting a #1 guard on the sides. And the top was longer. It was like 3 inches, 3.5, pushing 4 at one point. So there was quite a difference in length. So over the months, what I've learned, here's a few things I've learned. 1, I personally shouldn't go as short. Do a #2, because the thing is, I like shaving off the sides because it takes so much longer for my hair to grow back, and I don't have to get haircuts as often. It's a low maintenance haircut. I'm all about low maintenance. But 2 is short enough to still make it not jarring of an effect. So I learned that #2 guard is best for me, and I learned that shorter on top is actually better. So for me, shorter meaning 2 inches, not 2.5, 3, 3.5. It really just keeps everything in that, what I like to call the loaf, where, you know, I've got the wave in my hair. I can make it to where my hair, for the most part, looks the same day to day. It is very low maintenance to fix my hair. And again, you can check out that other video, the 3-minute video. And if I'm smart, I will publish it right around the time I do this video so that they kind of show up in your newsfeed together like that. But another thing that I've learned about this hairstyle is I do use a comb, but just for the very front part, just to kind of get that mesh together with just a little bit of product there. When you look at when I first got this hairstyle, I was doing this thing where I was like more combing it back, which revealed my hairline, which is fine. But ultimately, if I'm teaching you, hey, you can work with what you got. If you want to embrace your hairline, you can. But if you want to downplay it, you can also do that as well. So, but it's taking me like half a year to get to the point where, okay, I think now officially, can I say it? This is my hairstyle for life. Assuming that I don't aggressively go bald at this point, which based on my teachings, I most likely won't because I'm well beyond the age of 35. So, hairstyle for life, unless I lose a lot more hair than I shave it off. But I found that this works for me. But I will admit, it's a little bit awkward when you look back a couple months ago. Even other songs that I've written, you can see how my hair wasn't, like for me personally, when I look back on songs that I've written, and like I wrote one about my daughter, and the name of it, I believe, is If She's a Princess, I'm a King. You can look at, if you want to look that song up, do it. You can see how my hair didn't look as good as it does now. You have to give yourself some time to evolve. That's the thing. Recognize if you have a receding hairline, so be it. What's the best hairstyle you can still pull off? It's funny because even my mentality when I switched over to this hairstyle earlier in the summer, I said it earlier in this video, I told the girl that cut my son's hair, I would like the same hairstyle if I can pull it off. She looked at me and said, we can do that. I was surprised that I could pull this off. Granted, the way I fix it and style it definitely works to my advantage compared to when I first learned. But you have to be patient with the process sometimes and figure out what's going to be best for you. Otherwise, you're going to be worrying that you have a receding hairline or your hair's starting to go a little bit thin on top or in the back or whatever. And see, even that, like this helps. It may not even be obvious, but it is thinner in this portion. But the way that my hair is combed forward right there, and the fact that I'm not putting that much product in my hair and not really combing it back, just more over the side, it works. You have to allow yourself time through that learning curve to figure that out. And once you do, you work with it, that's your new thing, right? But that is what the red pill thinking is all about. Find a way to work with what you have instead of focusing on what you can't have and what you can't control. Be red pill. Focus on what you can control. Your comments belong right here, along with that link to my most helpful video I've ever made.